Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for your attention. It's not taken for granted in any way. My name is Michael Ojuola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, I want us to talk about something that is going to change your life. I want to talk about something that is very important that I think, bringing it to your table today is going to be very important as you shift your mind. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. The only thing keeping you from what you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you don't have it. The only thing keeping you from what you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you don't have it. So it's important that you listen to me for the next 5-10 minutes thereabout so that you be able to change your life. Understand the premise I'm talking from so that you be able to adopt the lesson and change your life. Have you ever stopped to consider the stories you tell yourself about your life? Have you ever stopped to consider the story you tell yourself about your dreams, about your capabilities? Have you ever stopped and wonder, what stories do I tell myself about my life, about my dreams, about my capabilities? Have you ever stopped? I want you to do that right now. Stop and ask yourself, consider, think about it, self-reflect. What stories have I been telling myself about my life, about my dreams, and about my capabilities? See, our minds are powerful storytellers, all right? Our minds are constantly weaving narratives that shape our beliefs, that shape our actions. But what if I told you that these stories could be the very thing that is holding you back from the life that you desire? Let me illustrate this by telling you this particular story. It's a story about a woman. Let us name the woman Sarah, for example, all right? Like I tell you, disclaimer, it's only fiction. I'm just trying to illustrate my point using these stories. See, Sarah had always dreamed of starting her own business, for example. All right, but she had a story she kept telling herself. She believed that she wasn't experienced enough. She believed that she didn't have the resources, that success in entrepreneurship also was reserved for others. Listen to the story she kept telling herself. She wasn't experienced enough, or she didn't have the resources, and that success in entrepreneurship was reserved for other people and not her. So, year after year, Sarah's dream remained just that, a dream. She never took the first step to turn it into a reality. Why? Because the story she kept telling herself was her reality. Her self-doubt, her limiting beliefs, and her fear of failure had become her truth. Now, I want you to think about your own life. Are there dreams, goals, or desires that you are yet to achieve, that you've never really attempted, not to talk about achieving? What stories are you telling yourself about why you haven't achieved them? It's time for you to confront those stories head on. So I want you to take some time off, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 15 minutes, and ask yourself, why haven't I done what I really wanted to do? Why haven't I recorded that course and start selling? Why haven't I built that website that I want to build? Why haven't I started that side hustle that I want? Why haven't I changed that job? What stories have I been telling myself that made me to be stuck for the past 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 14 years, 25 years in a single spot? And I'm thinking, maybe there is something wrong with me. All right, there is something wrong with you, all right? And the only thing that is wrong with you is the story that you kept telling yourself over and over and over again as a reason that you did not move. So I want you to challenge that story. Do you understand me? Challenge that story. Or maybe they are even plural. challenge those stories. Challenge them head on. This is the truth. The stories we tell ourselves can either be empowering or disempowering. All right? They can either motivate us to take action or they hold us back in a state of complacency. And today, we are going to just explore some few minutes how to rewrite those stories in a way that will propel us towards our goals, towards our destiny. You understand me? Let's start by recognizing the power of our thoughts, all right? Let me tell you this straight. Our thoughts shape our beliefs, which in turn influences our actions. So if you consistently tell yourself negative stories about your ability, you consistently tell yourself negative stories about your worthiness, you consistently tell yourself negative story about your potential, you are effectively creating self-imposed limitations on yourself. So it's time to flip the script, all right? Begin by challenging those limiting stories. Ask yourself, is this story based on facts or just mere assumptions? Are there data that backed up this story, or is just something that is maybe it's even my fear that is talking? Is this story helping me move closer to my goals, or is it holding me back? Ask yourself and answer those questions. The next step is to replace disempowering stories with empowering ones. Imagine yourself as a hero of your own narrative, facing challenges and triumphing over them. Embrace stories that focus on your strength, all right? Embrace stories that focus on your resilience. Embrace stories that focus on your capacity to overcome obstacles. Discard any story that focus on your weaknesses. Discard any stories that focus on your fears. Discard any stories that focus on your limitations. Remember, the story you tell yourself about why you don't have what you want is just a story. It is not the ultimate truth. It's just another story. You have the power to change the narrative. You have the power to rewrite your story in a way that aligns with your aspirations, in a way that aligns with your purpose, in a way that aligns with your goals. Now, I want you to address also the concept of self-worth. Many times, the story we tell ourselves are rooted in feelings of inadequacy, of not being good enough, or not being enough in general. It's crucial for you to recognize that you are inherently worthy of pushing and pursuing your desires. No matter your past experiences, no matter your current circumstances, you are worthy of pursuing your desires. So as you work on rewriting your story, focus on building self-compassion, all right? Treat yourself well. Treat yourself with kindness. Treat yourself with understanding. Acknowledge also that everyone has setbacks in life. Acknowledge that everyone has moments of self-doubt, but it is how you respond to setbacks and moments of self-doubt that matters. See, fear also will come to plague you. Let's talk about it a little bit. Fear often plays a starring role in the stories we tell ourselves. We fear failure, we fear rejection, we fear the unknown. But here is the truth. Fear is a natural part of growth. Fear is a natural path of progress. It is a signal that you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Do you understand? Embrace fear as a companion on your journey. See, when you feel fear, it means you are on the right path, pushing the boundaries of what you thought was possible for you. So, as you confront your fears, you are creating a new story. And that story will be one of courage and one of resilience. Start by setting clear goals for yourself. Break those goals into smaller steps. Seek inspiration from people and support from people that are around you. That's going to be very important when you are rewriting your story. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in your potential, who can provide guidance to you. Remember, you don't have to rewrite your story alone. Find people that will help you rewrite the best version of the story that you want to live out. And finally, be patient with yourself, okay? Rewriting your story and achieving your goals takes time. So embrace the journey. Celebrate your progress and keep your focus on the future that you are creating. I want you to reflect on this powerful truth once again. The only thing keeping you from what you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you don't have it. It is time to take control of that story and rewrite it in a way that empowers you to pursue your dreams fearlessly.